Okay, we're live. And I checked all the settings. I recorded a couple lives. I probably shouldn't have done them as public, but I did anyway. Sorry, you're seeing me. Okay, just double checking. It says live on YouTube's. Okay, all right. Yeah, that's OBS. I think I am going to turn this up just a couple dB. And I got to figure out how to get the chat on my phone here. So we're going to do that now. I'm sure it won't take me 15 minutes to do that. So we're starting the stream a little early. Okay, let's see. YouTube Studio. Let's see. I'm sure there's like maybe a specific app or something that I use for this. Dashboard. No. I guess I can probably just pull but then it's going to be super delayed. Hang on. Let's see if I can figure this out. Well, in the meantime, I will go, so if I go live, let me see. Well, if I say go live this way, right? It's not, yeah, okay, whatever. Now, sure. Yeah, see, that's like, I'm already streaming. I don't need to start another stream. I need to be able to view the chat of the currently running stream. Right? What if I go to manage videos in the YouTube tab? Okay, yes, I'm live. No restrictions. There's one live viewer. Hello? I'm still trying to figure out how I can see the comments. It's very important. It's like the whole thing with the live stream, is it not? Okay. Definitely not made for kids. We're gonna be fucking swearing on this. Oh man, okay, all right, let me Google it. There has to be a way, right? Like, people do this all the time. How to view comments on YouTube Live while streaming via OBS. I don't need a fucking YouTube video. I just need like a quick text thing that isn't garbage AI. Oh, StreamYard? I mean, does it say? Oh man, what the hell? I don't want another frickin' program to just do this. Oh, I have to download another program? Okay, hang on. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, let me try adding to phone. View live YouTube comments while streaming on a separate device. I guess I could just pull the stream up, but it's gonna be like 10 or 20 second delay or more if you're tuning in from further away. That might just be how we have to do it. Let's see. I should be able to see myself as live right now. Yeah, okay, here we go. Here's my live. And I'm super, okay. The link, click the link, one monitor. You can pop out the YouTube chat. Oh my God, I'm just seeing. Okay, hang on. Thank you, Wild Gesturing. I'm not sure who you are, but thank you. Open the link in my own stream. Wait, what? Okay, open the link. Oh my God, thank you. Okay, and then wait, so if I do... This is making me feel like an old man. Pop out chat. Oh my God, okay. All right. Okay, thank you. I guess I have one monitor, so it's just, we're going to be just chilling with the full chat visible. I don't want to view the guidelines. Man. Okay, if I click it, will it go away? I've never felt more like an old man than trying to learn how to do a live stream. Sick. That's awesome. Wait, what's your name? I probably remember you. Or maybe if you don't want to share that, that's okay too. Okay, all right. Let me get this like less annoying here. I can do F5 tab, and then I wish I could like pin it. I could get another monitor. I do have an extra monitor upstairs, but I don't want to set all that up. Let me see. Hang on. I'm just going to leave it on my phone because you know what? I can see it on my phone, and that means I don't have to have it on my screen. So that'll work. But okay. Everybody in the Discord, well, actually, let me tell them that I'm live now because I told them I was going live in 8 minutes here. But I will just tell them now. I probably should share a link. That would be smart. I feel like this is a Band-Aid solution for viewing the chat. Oh, hi, Kayla. Oh, my God. I hope you're doing well. Holy shit, it's been, I don't know, like 15 years probably? That's crazy. Well, I hope you're doing well. Last I remember, you moved to Idaho, which is crazy. I hope that's been... Okay, hang on, wait. Looking at the DAW for the writing of the music, looking at the chat. I could make one window smaller, but I'm so used to having like big window for making music that I think I'd just get freaked out if it was different. God, when we were in middle school, I didn't even know I had autism. No. I guess I don't know for sure now, but my sister, who is a psychiatrist, was like, I can't diagnose you because you're family. It's like they have like some like clause or whatever that they can't do that. But yeah, she said, hang on, I should plug my phone in. Hang on, I have a cable right here. Yeah, the ADHD is strong with this one. Like I need like, well, I guess it doesn't need to be like, yeah, okay, hang on. How was Idaho? I like still have yet to visit. That is one of the states that I have not yet gone to. Damn, you found out you were diagnosed as a kid and they didn't tell you until you were 22. That's crazy. Yeah, I was diagnosed with ADD as a young boy, but my mom was just like, he's just a boy. All young boys have ADD. And then fast forward and now I fucking can't stay on topic for more than 5 minutes, and yeah, it's bad, but it's okay. We're writing music today. I'm not sure if you saw, but I'm writing songs for Jay Postones of the band Tesseract. He's the drummer for Tesseract. It's sick. I've liked this band probably since I knew you, which is crazy because that was so long ago. But yeah, I've liked them since like 2011, 2012. They've been one of my favorite bands. I started taking Jay's masterclass, and yeah, he was like, I posted demos in the Discord server, and he's like, dude, these are sick. Do you want to write these to accompany exercises on my stream? Not stream, lessons website. But yeah, it's cool. I also bought this webcam today. Hello, you can see my eyes. I need to make it so that my phone doesn't, hang on. Phone screen doesn't want to stay around. We are old. We're not though. We're not. That's a mindset. Old is a mindset. Screen. Swipe down, home screen, home screen. Okay, hang on. Man, I'm really feeling like an old man with technology today. It's okay. Hang on. Auto screen off. I don't know why they changed the name of this setting. We're just going to do 30 minutes, and then every 30 minutes I'm going to have to remember to look back at the chat. But that's okay. All right. Oh my god, I did it. Okay. You know, despite how much like technical issue I've had trying to get this set up, I have only been trying to do this for less than an hour now. I'm pretty proud of that. Okay, I gotta tune the guitar. It's an important thing to do. Oh, that's sick. Hell yeah. Drawing is a great thing to stream. I feel like that'd be really fun to watch. That's probably... Yeah, okay. Will you let me know if the like audio of the like the DAW here, if of the music stuff is too loud, like compared to me talking? What's that chord? Alright, groupings of 5. So yeah, I have this part with a plain lead as indicated by the DAW here. Why did I pull that? A little loud? Okay, I can turn that down in OBS. I think I had it at like -10 before. Okay, let's try it now. All right, speaking voice compared to digital audio workstation. I probably won't be talking over it like that much, but it would be nice to have the option. Not a ton. Okay, but with the guitar on top, yeah. All right, okay. How's that? Is that any better? I guess I can... Hello. My name is Morris. It's going to come through the mic. It'd be nice to have like a little USB foot pedal that I can mute the mic with, but here we are. That's okay. It is what it is. But either way, okay, I'm gonna start writing stuff here. I gotta figure out, so unlike the rest of them that I have done, this one I am not doing chronologically, so I need to figure out how to start this damn thing. And if it needs clean guitars or not. Let me just like, I'm just gonna noodle around. See if something happens. Luckily, you guys don't have to watch me do all of the MIDI velocity programming. I can show you though. I go here. Look at all that. Look at all those MIDI notes that are different velocities. That's how you make it sound good. Okay, cool. That sounds fine. Awesome. Yeah, it's a pretty delayed chat, ATM. That's okay. The real question is, can you guys hear the click? I don't know. It doesn't really matter if yes or no. I can't hear the click though. I need to be able to hear that. Let me cheat a little and read the MIDI just to see. Try to hit the hits. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, it's groupings of 5, which is cool. It'd be kind of like... I don't know. I kind of am already doing that this whole, like, middle section. No idea what I played. Yeah, I've literally no idea what the notes for those lead guitar parts are, so they will not be getting retracked. They are final. Oh. I'm only going to stream till 4 p.m. Mountain Time, so another 2 hours here. But... That's cool. I like octave lead. It might be cool to do, because if I accent this like bump 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 bump, it might be too samey. This is supposed to be just like a little jam song, so I don't really have to worry about composition too much, but I'm kind of doing like, oh, wait, no, so it's not totally in A minor, because I do go to the C sharp there. I don't really know what I want to do, if I want to outline that movement before it happens or not. It could be cool. Let's see, so what are my top voices? Kind of sick. Throw an E in there, that's kind of nice. Okay, let's try that. I don't need the pre-roll on. I kind of fudged that, and it looks like I'm not recording anything because my signal level is really low. And honestly, good practice. I'll just turn up when I record the single coil stuff, because, dude, when you split the coils on this guitar in particular, pretty guitar, hey-oh, I built it myself. Not the whole thing, I modded it. So I took the original guitar, and then I modded it. Barely hear the click. Honestly, yo, that's perfect. That's exactly what we want here. I don't need to turn up the volume to show off the guitar, though. It's pretty. I put the pickups in it. I replaced the bridge saddles, put the knobs on it, put these on it, gave it a setup, fret leveled it. Yeah. I put gold screws in the back plate. Not sure if you can see that or not, but yeah, I don't know. I got the guitar for like a pretty good deal on Reverb, which is like used music store online. And yeah, it was cool. I got a really good deal on it, and the guy actually gave me a better deal because it arrived in way worse condition than he described it. So I was like, hey, yo, can you do something about this? And he did. And then I put like, I don't know, like a couple $100 more into it. I got a really good deal on the pickups too. Got them used on Facebook Marketplace. And they're the exact ones that I wanted, that I was looking for a while, so it's cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. No, it's a little weird. I don't think I want to do that movement, because I'm going... Can move the voices up there. That's kind of sick. Go back to it. I'm not convinced by the low voice movement though. So maybe just don't do that. Because it really... It needs a bass note. Well, maybe it has a bass note. Alright, okay, hang on. We're getting somewhere in my brain with this. Let's do, so if we're doing starting... I guess, do we want to start? Sure, we can do that over A, that's kind of sick. And then it's every 5 notes, there's another note. Okay. Okay, yep, we need and then, oh fuck, what note is it? What's my key switch note? It's F and G. F, G, F. We need one more. Thank you, Gen Bass. Vibes. Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of words. There's so much techie stuff with all of this. Nope, it needs one more 16th note. Does it? Hang on. Let's look at both at the same time, because that will help. Ah, okay. Let's do 3 notes then, actually. Okay, and then these get moved to there. I need to move the key switches as well. To explain the key switches, because they're fun to talk about, I'm using a fake bass plugin, right? It is called Gen Bass 2. And so if you go here, there's a bunch of different like articulations to make it sound like a real bass, because I'm too lazy to record real bass, mostly because bass strings are expensive. And I don't have the bass that this is. And I love this bass and I want one, but all in due time, they're like $2,000. I don't got that. But yeah, so it's got a bunch of these different key switches, and the ones that I'm using here are like dead slaps and dead pops. So I'm not sure if you can see the guitar very well with the camera angle, but it's like this, where you're like kind of slapping and popping like you would on a bass. So that's what the key switches do. But sure, we can just do 2 there. And I think I might be tired of A at this point. Okay, that kind of is something that is maybe feasible to play. Let's retrack the guitar part for that bar. We're gonna fucking write this bar by bar, probably. Hi, Dan! Oh no, I started early. You're right on time, dude. What the fuck am I moving that to? I decided I didn't like that note. So it's over A. I don't know if I want to do 1-5-1. That's kind of stupid. Let's see though. We're gonna play that on 16th notes. Oh, that'd be what, 30 seconds? Could do it in 5s, but that, I think the whole exercise is groupings of 5 16th notes. That's sick, Dan. Hell yeah, dude. No, that's like sounds like a pretty ideal day, low key. It's been really nice here, but I do love the cold. All right, that's besides the point. I'm thinking maybe it does do 5 for A for a while. And then we'll change it. I gotta decide. So I'm not sure if I'm committed to that movement. Like, it sounds sick here. Let me listen to this whole section really quick. Could maybe bring out the, there's like a sharp 4 there a little more. Yeah, so I like that movement there, but I'm not sure if we need it here. But look at both at the same time so I know what I'm doing. I don't want to select the other thing. I haven't figured out a way around that. Okay, yeah. I need to move these over and displace them by 1/16 note. So this is a total of 5 notes here. Yep. And I'm thinking... Thank you, Dan. It's coming along good. I really like the lead part, and there's no fucking way I'm going to remember that without sitting here and like slowing every piece of it down. Oh, also, important to talk about something, I guess. So I'm quantizing the shit out of everything. It sounds like okay without quantizing it, right? So I think I played... These are a little out. This one's like early as shit. This one's like early as shit, but... Yeah, but just in the name of speed, and especially because these are drumming exercises, I want everything, like, timing-wise as perfect as it can be, because ultimately, if we look at the transients here, it's not perfect. No worries. Indeed, yeah, we should catch up. I'm on Facebook still. You should hit me up. We should have a conversation like regular human people, like old friends, so to speak. But yeah, okay. Yeah, getting back to what I was talking about here. Have a good rest of your day, Kayla. I guess is what I'm trying to say. That's important. Got to say that. But okay, everything is getting quantized AF because it's drumming exercises. I don't want there to be any like timing issues with anything that's going on that we're supposed to be playing drums over. So bass is perfect and guitars are perfect so that we just have something that we can lock into and not have to worry like, oh shit, is the song off? That's been a pretty big focus of these. And honestly, it's kind of nice because it means I don't have to sit there and do take over take to get millisecond perfection on the guitar parts. Either way, back to writing the intro bit. Not the intro bit, but like the first verse, if we want to call it that. I think I do want to do just one more A, and then it'll switch. So let me figure out what chord progression I want for the intro. That's what we have, right? I guess it does modulate one more time, but technically guitar is hard to play. Let me put on a rhythm tone while I figure this out. I am pretty committed to that. That does sound pretty sick. But it kind of is implying that as the one chord. But then we can do like a 2-1 thing, which is kind of sick because then it's, what would the 2 in? What? I don't remember what note that is, guys. Oh no. See, I want to put all this stuff in there, but it's got to be playable with the exercise. Yeah, so after... Well, actually, I think this whole pattern is 5 bar long. Let's see. 2. 3. 4. 5. Oh, yep. Back to the thing. Okay, 5 bar long pattern makes this kind of fun. So yeah, let me go back to trying to write a clean guitar part here. It's a lot faster when I'm not talking, guys. I would probably have already had it by now. We can do that. It kind of puts it more in A if I do that. We're writing a Journey song. I'm pretty committed to like the picking pattern. That's kind of sick. It's like a 3-chord little guy. We do like 3 bars of the first chord and then we'll bar of each of the next 2 chords. Let's try that. Chord it. But like get the right strings in there. The real question is, do I want to do it like bar by bar restarting the 5 cycle, or do I want to match it to the drums? I don't know, what do you guys think? Is anybody watching? Yeah, is Dan still watching? Dan, what do you think? Should I do... Oh no. I might need to play it tighter than that. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. I think, I dare say, I'm going to restart it on the bars. Because ultimately, the underlying pattern is held down by the drums, right? So if we're counting it with our mouth here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. So if I do displace that or like force that into a 3-bar cycle on the guitar, it kind of still makes sense, I guess is what I'm getting at. So turn on the, also need to tune the guitar again. That movement. I'm not familiar with the drum pattern yet, but I guess anything to help feel what the drums are doing is helpful rather than adding more complexity. Noted. Okay, okay. So, all right, hang on. Let's see, let's listen. So yeah, if we take a look at the pattern, yeah, I guess I'm writing the one that's supposed to come out on Friday. Oh my gosh. The label's gonna be so mad at me. No. Okay. So the whole concept of this, like exercise, not to spill the beans on what Jay has planned to release for us, is 5/4 polyrhythm stuff, where you're using groupings of 5 within a 4/4 structure, and that resolves after 5 bars. So what I'm trying to do with the guitar part here is outline a harmonic rhythm that, I say harmonic rhythm, that kind of doesn't make much sense, but chord structure that changes with the bars instead of with the polyrhythm, if that makes sense, because that's more typical to kind of what is done in like Tesseract and Periphery and Contortionist and all these bands that we like. But yeah, let me hear this section again, so that I can get recalibrated. Yeah, so the lead guitar here is not strictly following the polyrhythm. It is doing 5s, but kind of on its own grid. But because it's still doing 5s, it makes sense with the pattern. Feels cohesive at least. See, I'm gonna go into the clean thing, see if that works flowing out of this. Of course it does, it's the 1 chord. Or it feels like the 1 chord. It's the 1 chord of the relative major key, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I think that's working for me. What's up, Vlad? How you doing, dude? If everything is lined up with the inner polyrhythm, it would be too simple. Having the riffs line up with the bars really helps build the different offsets of the drum patterns. Indeed, Dan. That is exactly what I'm shooting for. It's like I want it to not just be like a loop, even though that is like literally my assignment is to make loops. I want it to be an evolving thing that feels sick to play drums to. That's kind of the whole point, and I think sticking to at least a couple of more traditional methods, at least in my writing, that I have stolen from the greats. Maybe I haven't. Maybe I've totally butchered the way that they do things, and in my reverse engineering, it's completely different than how they do it. But yeah, either way, we're recording all of this bar by bar because I'm not a very good guitar player, but it's okay. Wait, I shouldn't say that. Don't doubt yourself. It'd help if I turned the volume up, and now's a great time to tune the guitar again. Ever ending process, never ending. Dude, hell yeah, I'm meeting a prog rock band. That is sick. Are you gonna play drums for them? I'm writing the next integration exercise, Vlad. So, to spill the beans a little bit because it hasn't dropped yet. This is the one that comes out on Friday, so the pressure is on. But I'm just going live for the practice of it more than anything. Okay. Right on. But yeah, so I mean, basically, what I'm doing here is I'm writing the next exercise integrations. So I think this is, what number is this? Hang on, I have a tracker. Let's see. Show you guys my spreadsheet. Yep, so this is the 5/4 polyrhythm exercise for both 4.2 and 5.4 from that module. And then I have a few more that I need to get done. I've done the 3 syncopation made simple ones already. And then obviously we know the 3/4 one. I don't think he's rolled all of these out yet, but we'll get there when we get there. But yeah, I need to do 2.1 and 2.2, obviously. No, this one, Vlad, is for the masterclass. Yeah, it's for this week's masterclass lesson. And yeah, and then I need to go back and fill in a few ones because he brought me on after launching 2026 program. But it's all in due time. He's given me like kind of some deadlines and stuff like that, so I'm not stressing. But yeah, let me record this next freaking chord. Can't remember what it is. That's not where it goes. That's where it would go if you were playing it all strung together, but I'm not. Guys, I'm turning on 8th note click. It's getting serious when I turn on the 8th note click. Okay, so it'd be... to put that into 4. Oh, I need to go to the next part. Not suck at guitar for a sec. I slid the wrong finger up, but let's see. Loop that as a 4-bar or a 5-bar cycle. Turn it up so we can all hear it a little better. It's gonna be a background element, but it's fine. Okay, and let's change some bass notes here, so... just kind of want to shorten this one, that's kind of groovy. And we're gonna do the last 2 of that grouping as wickas, or I guess they're technically like pops and slaps. Okay. And then, so... what is that? What are you? It's A again. Damn. That isn't even... ain't even a different note. Let's see. We could try... C might be sick. Not really kind of the vibe though. Hang on, let me go just to bass and drums for a sec here. That's not sounding quite right to me. Oh. Trying through the laptop, maybe. Software is Studio One. I'm actually gonna switch to Cubase in the near future. I have it. You can even see the icon right here. I have so many DAWs, but yeah, I'm gonna switch to Cubase because everybody else in my band uses Cubase. Everybody that I look up to uses Cubase. Like, I should just do it. Yes, I am using MIDI bass. And yeah, this is Ableton 12 Lite. And yeah, it's I really like Ableton, actually, especially for the stuff that you were just doing, Vlad, where you like kind of programmed that light show. It's really, really good at that. And you can do a lot of stuff with Ableton and its scenes functionality that allows you to kind of do stuff live and like on the fly, which is really cool. But yeah, MIDI bass, I have a real bass over there. It's just like a mid 2010s Schecter. It's kind of garbage. It sounds okay. I was jamming with a couple buddies like 2 weeks ago and my bass player fucking dropped the shit out of it. So the preamp got rattled around in there and it is not having a fun time. I need to have a soldering day. I have some cables I need to make as well. A couple cables I need to make, but I have a bunch of guitars to fix. I have here actually, you know what? I need to fill my water anyway. So I'm going to fill my water and grab a guitar. I'll be right back. Hang on. Oh. It's amateur hour, guys. I'm not sure if you can hear me. Definitely amateur hour, not filling the water before the stream. But okay, so I have this cool guitar that I want to show off real quick. So this is a 30-inch long frickin' beast of a guitar that I've had since the pandemic. So I think I got it in like literally March of 2020. So I've had it for about 6 years now. You can notice I'm just freely spinning the volume pot. I put brand new strings on it, And literally 10 minutes after I put strings on it, I sheared the wiper off inside the volume pot. So it just spins freely and doesn't control the volume anymore. So luckily I have a new potentiometer I can put in there. But yeah, any chance of dropping the camera down a bit so we can see your right hand as well? Oh my gosh, yes. Let me take a look at OBS. So, okay, yeah, totally. Now let me put the guitar back. Show and tell is done. This is a brand new webcam for me. I know it looks kind of bad, but it was really cheap. And it's just like, kind of works. Let's try that. Sorry for the visual feedback tunnel that you guys have. Oh yeah, I can. Ah! It's okay. Every guitar needs a ding. It builds character. I was trying to avoid like head chopping myself here, but if we'd rather see the guitar, we can totally do that. Infinite volume? Oh, yeah. Yep. Maths. Okay. All right, let me catch up on the chat really quick here. Dude, the Grand MA3 is sick. Yeah, no. That's a great console, dude. What's it called? They're called power nodes, but I can't remember the brand. They're essentially like this big. Like, I don't know, 4 inches by 3 inches or something. They're basically like USB programmable nodes that can daisy chain DMX off of them for building lighting rigs that are using a computer instead of like a console. It's sweet. Okay. Fingers crossed. You guys can see the right hand. I can double check that. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, there's a lot. I'm not familiar with a lot of traditional consoles, Vlad. I mostly am familiar with the like USB stuff because it's just, for my current application, it just makes the most sense to have like a short thing that plugs into my pre-existing laptop kind of running my in-ear rig. But yeah, I haven't gotten any of it yet. I'm just researching at this point. Yeah. Yep. Okay. MIDI bass. Let's listen to it. That note is too long. Okay, that's probably where we want to change that. Let's bring the other harmonic thing telling us what chords we're playing. It's too loud, it's distracting. This was at 19.2. Okay, so going A to A flat or G sharp, which maybe needs to happen here. Might be a little weird. It will be weird. It needs to happen. No, yeah, it needs to happen here. Oh, I see. Okay. 5-bar long cycle. I'm not used to writing 5-bar long cycles. Let's listen again. It's cohesive. That's pretty cool. I kind of vibe with that. What bass is that? I'll show you. It's Gin Bass 2. Got the key switches pulled up. And I have the Humanize. I don't know. It's there. I started with the Absolutely Bomb preset. And then I tweaked a few things around in the mixer. And then, I love all this nerdy stuff. I have a dip at 180 hertz because it was just too much with the chuggy guitars, even multi-band compressing the chuggy guitars. And then an SSL comp. This is a like John Brown trick. So there's with it. Without it. It just kind of glues it all together. Gives it a little like energy in the low end, which is nice. And then, I mean, that paired with the same instance, but on my master bus over here, it just hits very barely. Like if you see, you can't even see the needle move. And I guess, I mean, to really give you a proper demo here, I would have to turn on the rest of the chain. It's kind of just adding a little bit of noise and gain, really, without the gain reduction happening. But the thing is, with these old Waves plugins, they work before the meter works. So once you like do a bunch of ear training on them, you hear them working before you see them working. So you can't really trust that, especially with like L1. I think I'm using L1 on a lead here, which like looks like it's doing almost nothing, right? But it's doing stuff. It's evening things out for sure. You can't see the meter happening, but I think it is literally not changing in RMS volume. Let's check it with LUFS. Let's give it a real check here. Sorry, you mentioned nerd things. I am a nerd. I love this stuff. Okay, so here's with it. Run it for a couple bars. See what this short term levels out at. -11. Okay, right? Bypass it. Oh. Yeah, -11. Yeah, so, but you can hear it when it works. So here is on. Oof. We're gonna ignore how bad I am at guitar. There's so much delay, it doesn't matter. Yeah. So that's off. Nothing on the meter. No, stop, I'm scared. Okay, I'm sorry, I'll stop. But yeah, right, let's get back to the thing at hand. Man, guys, we've written 10 bars. Look at us go. I need to double track this. Hang on. Double track this real quick. Oh. Hello there. All right. Let's see if I can double track it all in one take. What did I play? Remember when I tuned the guitar and then didn't record anything else? I think I finished tuning the guitar, or maybe I did, but that G string was out, because it's the G string, it's always out. Fuck. It's really not that fast. Okay. Turn off the pre-roll. It's 3 bars, not 2 bars. Fuck. And that last one changes every bar. Hang on, let me get this. Maybe this needs to be a longer phrase harmonically. Playing that, let me play it how it is. Oh. Fuck me. Okay, try again. No, because I gotta change it earlier. This is what it's really like, guys. I do this every day. That doesn't sound bad. It wasn't correct, but background guitar. Doesn't matter. This isn't an album. You know what? That looks tight enough to me. But we'll make it perfect, just to make it perfect. It's worth it. Does making it perfect make it worse? Let's check the transients. What about here? It's so warbly anyway, it doesn't actually really matter if the audio gets stretched out. I did do that on purpose. Okay. That's not bad. It's gonna change like a dotted 30-second note sooner in one ear than the other, just based on this, but it's fine. It's just kind of providing a harmonic layer anyway. Okay. Ah, and what drums am I using? Sadly, not the Infinity Grid library. It should be the Infinity Grid library. Like, I'm using Periphery 5, but guys, this was already in my template. Like, I'm just using my template. So I do feel a little bad that I'm not using Jay's drums on Jay's exercises, but I also don't own the library. My guitar player in my other band owns the library, and he said he would give me his login, but I've only ever used it at his house. That's besides the point. It works for me. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll just do that for the whole fucking time. But then, I'll probably write. So I might just copy the bass with djent guitar for this first part. Let's see how that sounds. I need to gain myself down here. Some music. We don't want to be clipping the preamp. These preamps sound fucking terrible when they clip. But we do want as good of signal to noise ratio as we can get. Okie dokie. I don't know if I want to do the... Also, hang on. Why is there... Oh. Checking to see if my dimmable light switch is on. Because if it's on, the amount of noise that comes through my preamps is stupid. Electricity is dumb. That's pretty bad. So that is... Oh man, that's as much noise as I've got. Damn, I wonder if it's the cable. It could be. Just see if I move the cable, if that helps, because it is like definitely right by the power, which is definitely a studio faux pas or a don't do. I don't know, maybe it's not that bad. Listen to these, see how clean these are. These are pretty dirty too. It's okay. You can't hear it in the final mix, but it's just like having noise in the preamps. Dude, that would be sick, Vlad. I would love if Jay could give me Infinity Grid. I think the problem is, though, is, sure, it is the Tesseract library, but I don't think he has that kind of power. And, I mean, he is already compensating me in other ways. I won't detail all of that just because I don't want to spill the beans on stuff that I don't have necessary permission to. But yeah, I'm being compensated. Don't worry about it. Where is... God, I fucking love that sound. Onomatopoeia metal is the best metal. I don't need 2 bars of pre-roll. Oh, that's kind of hard to count. We're gonna cheat and look at it. You know what? We're gonna make some changes to this. And by make some changes, I mean we're going to chop it up and do the last 2 bar, or the last bar twice, so that I can go to that note for longer. So, see if that sounds any good. Aye, Dan. Have a good shower. Reminds me of a scene in The Big Bang Theory. That's besides the point. I won't go into it. Yeah, okay, that's way better. That feels a lot more correct harmonically. I'm happy with that. All right, you guys are seeing how not good at this I am right now. Fuck. Oh, right. I changed it and I didn't play the difference. Yeah, that's kind of sick. It's just like two chord riffing. Ain't nothing wrong with that though. What would that? I'm not gonna think about the music theory of that. I don't care. It's fine. It sounds cool. And I want the transient on the front of the note, so no pre-roll is great. I don't know if I like not muting. Yeah, I need to mute that. It'd be nice if I remembered where to change notes. I wasn't that low. Okay, I was that late. Okay. Yeah, so I think I need to make a marker where I'm going to change notes so that I'm not a dummy while I track this. I don't need the mini piano, but we can play bass with it. Djent. Okay. Yeah, this all needs to go up a half step. Let me just hear how that's not going to sound the same because it's a totally different part of the neck. Never mind. Okay. 7 strings. Wish there was a speaking option. I'm not entirely sure what you mean by a speaking option, Vlad. Okay, BRB. These are Jay's drums, if you heard that before you left here. I'm not sure what you mean by a speaking option, though. All right, either way. That's kind of cool. Let me try to play that tight. Change the note, man. We might be recording this bar by bar. I'm gonna have to probably do that. And also, I don't know why, but when I'm running OBS, it keeps breaking the way my timeline looks. I'm not sure what's up with that. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 is how that's supposed to be felt. Try it again. Oh. Not rushing. So late on that last one. We're cheating. Big cheating moment. Yeah, we're gonna take it from that change because don't need that. Do need to be snapping to the grid though. That is very important. Okay, cheating time. You know what? And I can even just punch it in. Is that better? Probably. Kind of sick. I don't remember how I was doing that, but okay. Okay, that should be right. Not play bad. Fucking still played it bad. That's okay. So that should be 5 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, that's 5 bars. Hooray! Okie dokie. And it is mildly bad. I'm gonna redo that actually. It's bad enough that it sucks. It's hard to get that in tune. That was wrong. What did I do? Oh, okay, yeah. It's kind of cool. Actually, nope. Okay. I'm going to fix this because this is bad. Transient getting fucked. I hate it. Oh, you know what? Let me actually pick that correctly. Better. Sure, dude. That's a fucking gent riff if ever I heard one. Gotta get my note tails to be tight. That is going to be difficult. That is a full-on not palm muted last note there. I think I actually do want to leave that last note hanging out over the bar there. Welcome back, Vlad. You guys like this? Vlad, do you like this? Is this any good? That's a dangerous question for me to ask, because if you say you don't like it, I will rewrite the whole thing. Like, I think it's cool though. I think it's alright. Alright, we're back to cheating. Bar at a time. Let me not suck dick counting fives. Get it in tune. Fucking count the fives. Back it. See how bad that was. Not that bad. Give that the good old scooch. You know, I'm not entirely sure what I really should be doing with the transients that get like fucked in this particular way. Because what happens when the transient looks like this, right, is mechanically I'm dragging the corner of my fingernail before the pick hits. So I will quantize the pick hit, but not the little drag. And so like, really I should re-record it and not drag my damn finger on the string because it sounds bad, but it also is barely audible. No, it's a 5/4 polyrhythm, Vlad. Sorry, I just said no. So it's 5/4. No, it is not 5/4. It is 4/4 in groupings of 5. So we can take a look at the exercise actually. This is the one that's coming out on Friday. I got to double check with Jay. He said I was all good to stream it, so. But yeah, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, and then you're accenting the 3 of each bar to make it into a groove. I think this is like 4.2 or 5.4 or whatever. I don't remember which groove number this is. But yeah, it's a 5/4 polyrhythm. And so it naturally resolves itself after 5 bars. Yes, Jay's drums. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so you're accenting the first beat of every grouping of 5. And it's creating this 5/4 polyrhythm that this whole exercise song is being based around. I'm excited to learn this on drums. See, the thing that pisses me off, right, is I have all of these concepts in my brain. Like, I am so familiar with the subject matter, and then I go to do the exercises, and I just fucking can't. So I am very excited to be continuing with the masterclass and getting better at the drums. Oh, wrong scroll. Okay. Listen to what we got for this first 10 bars. Aha, and clip that. And I need to fix the turnaround at the halfway point. There, like that. I need to fix that in both places. And probably halfway through this section, I will change this part so that it's something a little more interesting. And then halfway through this first half of this section, so a quarter of the way through, I'm going to maybe add a lead. It's supposed to be about 3 minutes, give or take. I don't think Jay is like, he hasn't been a hard ass about like, it has to be exactly 3 minutes. But yeah, he's given me like, it'd be nice to hit around 3 minutes as the kind of what we're looking for. Yeah, I think Jay intended for it to be just like one riff looped, but that is just not how I roll. You know, I don't know, I want to make something sick for all of us to drum along to, and I just don't want to, just make one riff that's a loop. It's boring. Okay. It's pretty cool. Finish trimming my silences here and pushing the right hotkeys. Okie dokie. Maybe this one's just sloppy. Maybe that one's a little slop. I think that's tight enough. Is it? Hang on, let's see. Well, the bass. Sounds fine. If this was like going onto the radio, I would probably make that tighter, but it's not going to throw off timing for the exercise. I think we'll be okay. Of course, Vlad. Happy to help. At the end of the day, I'm just a drummer that didn't have drums to play for too long. So it's been really fun writing these exercises. I think I dare say I'm a pretty good fit for the job because, dude, I'm a drummer first. I'm a drummer before all of this stupid guitar stuff. So it provides a good opportunity to be able to write songs that like would make sense to play drums along to, I guess, rhythmically. Somehow. Maybe. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're not. Maybe they don't make sense to play drums to, but I'd like to think they do. True. That is so true, Vlad. Yeah, the general public, so just to read that comment out, even for the radio, general public would have no idea. Yeah, they would not. They wouldn't care, dude. Yeah, that's the thing. Nobody fucking cares unless they're literally another producer. But the thing is it's like almost all my friends are producers. So for so long, I've gotten into the weeds of the minutia of like every tail of every note has to be perfect. Every sibilant has to be exactly tamed correctly or whatever. But how many years have I been playing drums? I've been playing drums my whole life, effectively. Percentage of life longer than Jay, which is sad because I am nowhere near his level, but he is older than me, so I think he was better at my age than I am, though. That's besides the point. I got my first drum set when I was 5 years old, and then I played that until I was 10, and then I got my first, like, good drum set. And then, so for me, I'm 26, so that's 11 years. Hi, Fen! Oh my god, hello! Yeah, I'm 26. Just a little guy. A little 26-year-old guy. I hope YouTube doesn't get mad at me for vaping on the stream. I'm so sorry, guys. We'll see if they care. My mom is, like, screaming. She's probably not watching, though. It's fine. Oh. Getting a call. I'm gonna mute that. call him back after the stream. I'm only going to go for about another hour here. Yeah, Vlad, I'm very fortunate to have had the opportunity to get into drums at that age. My dad's a professional bass player. So he gave up touring around the time that I was born, just to like be a dad primarily. But yeah, so he was like a touring pro bass player for a really long time. And basically, like, I'm very fortunate, both me and my brother, to have been able to be given opportunities to try stuff. And so he had guitars lying around. He never had like drums or anything, but he had guitars lying around, and obviously bass and stuff. My little brother became a bass player that we would just be able to like dink around on. And both him and my mom kind of noticed immediately I would grab anything I could that was like a drumstick and hit something that was resembling a drum. So they've got videos of me at like, oh, I don't know, 5-10 years old. Okay, hang on. My property manager is calling me again. Okay, hang on. Let me see if I can mute this. Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry guys. I think my property manager, or my property owner, the guy that owns my house, we're remulching the yard, and I'm like helping him out with that. He just butt dialed me twice in a row, I think, because I didn't get anything from him whatsoever. But yeah, okay, getting back to reading the chat. Another hour? Oh, I thought you just started. Oh, yeah, time zone conversion probably. Oh, I don't know if it was right on my end, though, because I said I was going live at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard, or not Pacific Standard, Eastern Time, EST, and I went live at 2. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll go longer. I don't know. I don't really have anything else to do except for do this. But my girlfriend will be home at probably about 4, and she'll probably want to spend some time with me. We'll see what's up. Either way, Jen. All right, we need another gent rhythm or a different articulation or something to do there. Could do this again. I kind of. We're gonna do that. What would Tesseract do? Try to find the right harmonic cue though. Well, my harmonics sound a little too Van Halen right now. Okay, oh my god, he's calling again. Let me try. Here. Guys, oh my god, one sec, I'll be right back. All right, viewer retention, absolute zero. Let's see if anybody's still here. Hey-oh. All right. Okay, yeah, sorry guys. The property owner for the house that I'm renting is directing a loader, like a big bulldozer, into my yard to drop off a bunch of like mulch. And he kept trying to call me, and I was like, why is he trying to call me? It's because he's standing in my yard and wanted me to tell him where the mulch goes. It's just really funny to me. But okay, yeah, so I have my work cut out for me on so many fronts. I'm going to be moving around just really so much mulch. Yeah, they're moving the digger around, which is fun. Honestly, me being an autistic boy, I do really quite enjoy watching them do this. But okay, that's besides the point. Let me get back to the task at hand here. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna close the window so that I don't have to worry about it. One sec, guys. Oh, that probably just ruined the light for the camera. Let me check it in OBS, see how it's looking. Ah, that's fine. That's totally fine. Okay. All right. Sorry for that. Amateur hour. Not used to doing live streams, but it is pretty sick. I'm having a good time. It's cool having you guys like hang out with us, or hang out with me. Me hang out with you. We all hang out. It's cool. I do want to trim the tail of this one. Sorry for not letting that just play. But yeah, tail needs trimmed. That is for sure. Not quite lining up super good. Okay, there we go. Luckily, I remember the riff that happened before the loader got here. That's what we're doing there with the wickas and stuff. Hell yeah, Finn. Dude, honestly, that sounds like not such a bad job. I need more job right now. My previous job, I was working for Fender, and it was, not to go on a tangent here, but I was working for Fender, and it was a great time doing customer service stuff with them. My official title was gear advisor, and I was having a great time. It was a blast. But they laid me off and replaced half the team with AI, which is just like really sad. Out of everybody that got laid off, I think I was the highest performing member as well. So it's just like really feels like shit, but yeah, it is what it is. I am freelancing right now, just doing as much audio stuff as I can, and oh boy, I'm hemorrhaging my savings account, that's for sure, but it's fine. Everything is fine. By the end of the year, I will have made $20,000 so I can repay myself, and it'll be okay. But, yeah, it's chill. It's not a glamorous job. Yeah, it's a job. That's the whole thing. I need a fucking job. I ain't got shit going on right now. It's bad. But that's besides the point. Yeah, dude, AI is ridiculous. And that's the thing, is like the customers hate it. Like they fucking are having a bad time, and yeah, it is what it is. But alas, and dude, everybody that stayed was people that had like pedigree, was people that had been there for a long time, except for like 2. I was there for only like 2.5 years compared to some of the guys on the team that had been there for 10 plus. But okay, Gent. I remember exactly what I was playing. still sounds a little too Van Halen-y. We're gonna do that. Let's see how that sounds. Now I gotta gain myself back up again, because I told everybody this earlier, but for you, Fen, this guitar, sick guitar, right? I love it. I built it pretty much myself, except for the body, and didn't paint it and all that, but I put all the pickups in it, rewired all the electronics, blah, 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 blah. The single coil bridge pickup sound is awesome, but the output is so low compared to the regular bridge pickup, but it is what it is. All right. Something. It's not tight. That's kind of sick. I think that was 5 bars. Yeah, that was 5 bars. Still, it's not very tight, but how cheaty can we get? How good can we get it if we cheat? Yeah, I like that. That's good. Sick. Love that. Yeah, dude, hell yeah. Thanks for the positive feedback, guys. I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, I was telling Jay this, but I guess this is important to tell you guys too, especially if you are also writing. Don't rely on inspiration as a creative. I think that is something that, you know, was told to me a long, long time ago that I kind of like just shoved off to the side and was like, yeah, whatever. Nah, inspiration is how you write stuff, you know, just be more inspired. But then, like, as I kept doing this, like, I've been writing songs like this for probably 10 or 15 years in total. Like, really since I was 12 or 13 years old, so that would be 9 or 10 years. Or, wait, I'm 26. I don't know, math. I'm bad at it. But basically, yeah, I think, to go on a tangent, getting back to inspiration, relying on inspiration as an artist is kind of like trying to drink water when you only have ice. It's like, yeah, it's there, but you have to wait for it in order to be able to kind of use it, if that makes sense. So writing as a muscle, like writing songs as a muscle, can be trained. It is a very trainable thing, and with practice, you can get better at it. So like all of this stuff that I've written for Jay so far, there's only really one thing that I've written, and it was the first one that I was like, had proper inspiration, you know, like really felt inspired. And that's just like a byproduct of just, I think, getting older and maybe being jaded and cynical. But like being able to train that as a muscle and being able to just turn out riffs, and if they're sick, they're sick, and if they're not, does a lot for you. And so I've been fortunate that this is a skill that I've developed for a long enough time that I no longer have to rely on inspiration. Versus like my prog band, my guitar player, he is still developed in this skill for sure. But I think it's more so along the lines of like he gets inspired to do things and then uses that as motivation to push through instead of just pushing through and then using that as motivation to then get inspired. So the end result is kind of the same, but I think the process to get there is a little different. Tangent aside, I need to record the other side of this, and hopefully I can play it exactly the same. Where is that? It's there. Duck duck da dun dun, I think is what it does. Duck 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 da dun dun. Yeah, kind of. It's like not exaggerated as that, but The paleogenesis thing. Make it different. No, that's too confusing. I would not do that to you guys. That's maybe good enough. Oh yeah, cheating. Yeah, that's perfectly acceptable. Let me solo that with the click though. Perfectly acceptable. Listen to that. Who needs to be good at guitar when you can just cheat? No, I don't usually do this, but because it's a drumming exercise, it's fair. Oh, do it to you? Okay. All right. Okay, Fen. Let's do this on the first half, and then I'll really fucking ruin your guys' day for the second half. Let's see. And it goes against the... Jay might poo-poo this. There's a non-zero chance that Jay is like, we're not doing 5/4/3. We're not doing triple subdivisions or triple polyrhythms right now, but let's see. If I can play dotted eighth notes over it. Let me stick to the right pickup position here. That's stupid. That sounds bad. Okay, to be fair, not like to say that he might. He has not said no to a single thing that I have proposed so far. He has been down with literally everything. He said, dude, you have free creative or full creative control, and he has given that to me 1000%, which is sick. I'm very, very grateful for that. Most of the time that I'm working with someone in a writing role, okay, I can definitely tell Jay it was your fault, Fen. I'm down with that. But yeah, most of the time that I've worked in a writing role, drink water, it's important. Most of the time that I've worked in a writing role, I've had very limited creative ability or like very limited creative control. Versus Jay was just like, go fucking nuts, dude. And I'm like, I will do that. So it's been cool. Out of curiosity though, I don't like the 3/4/5 thing. I think that's a little too much for me personally, but maybe, maybe we just do eighth notes. Maybe just eighth notes over that is sick. Oh, we'll miss you, lad. Have a good rest of your day, though. Yeah, do whatever you want to do for the rest of the day, dude. That's my instruction for you, is have fun and do what you want to do. And it was great having you in the stream. I hope you have a good one. Have a good rest of your night. I'm going to figure out the next part for this. Oh, no. Oh, man. Okay, I just realized I'm palm muting a different spot there. So that sounds like... I need to be able to hear this. That's probably right. Let's see if that works. It's not perfect. No, we're gonna do that again. It's too stringy. You gotta get the right. There we go. Oh, fucking can't talk and play the pattern though. Oh, rushing. Man, I think I like the other side better now. Shit. This always happens. I go to retrack something, then I get better at it, and then I fucking listen to it compared to the other one, and it's better, and I want to redo the other one now. Maybe not, though. It's good enough. That's fine. We're chasing completion, guys. We're not chasing perfection. We're not letting perfection be the enemy of good enough right now. That is perfectly acceptable. Let me fucking MIDI out the bass for this as well. So it'd be going like... So, trying to think of the articulations I need to program here. So, I think that's a dead slap. What is that called? What is the articulation called? Dead note, maybe? Slap, pop, harmonic, tapping, slide trigger. I'm going with dead slap. So that's F. Okay, F minus 2. So we do F, and then that's probably, we'll do just like octave up A. Yeah, and then we'll do like a pop. Actually, maybe we do the slap again. That kind of sounds okay. Sounds okay. And we do that. Okay, I'm gonna get this until it's a 5-bar cycle because it takes 5 bars to loop bar 5, or a 5/4 polyrhythm. Nah, I want to do every other as a pop, I think. I think it's gonna sound better. There is a more efficient way to do this, just for the record. But it's okay. This is the more efficient way. Except for when that happens, you gotta zoom in to make this way the actual more efficient way. Because then you can click on the notes instead of missing the note and unselecting all of them. Say fuck it, whole octave up. I think that's too far. Checking the chat. What about some of those notes ring out for the whole 5 times 16th notes? Do you mean like if I was to go like 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5, where it's like just kind of like 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5, like that, Dan? Is that what you mean? I'll wait for your response here. Because that could actually be kind of sick, and that could be a segue to go back into the chord progression. Like if I went like 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5. That could be kind of sick, actually. Good idea, Dan. Hell yeah. Yeah. Maybe, okay. I maybe or maybe not will mix them in. Luckily, we've only done the first half of this. And we're getting into... Oh, dude, that's a great idea. Yo, mixing that in is going to be sick. Thank you. Okay. Let me try to get an idea of where to put them. Okay, the octave up is too much, guys. It needs to go down a little. Okay, here. Octave up Wicca. Oh, that's better. Sick. Way better. I want to syncopate it even more than it's already syncopated. That's been my criminal flaw with all of this. And maybe, oh, yo, hang on. Maybe we make a new track out of this and lo-fi it as like a background layer. And then we can do like the 5 thing with this kind of like just existing in the background. Let's see how that sounds. Oh, let me count the 5s. And also, if we're going back to the full bridge pickup, we need to be on about 70 on the quad cortex, which I'm just using as a DI box right now. It's so sad. Dan, you complimented me on the tone in the stream the other day. It's Misha Mansour, Neural DSP Misha, with a preset that I should fucking save. This should be saved right now as J loop preset, or J loop rhythm. I just realized I didn't save that. Okay, yeah, it's using the like the lead amp and cab, which is really cool. Not to get super guitar player nerdy, but this plugin fucking rules. I had the original like Joey Sturgis Tones Misha Mansour plugin back when that came out in like 2018, I think. And it was okay. It was kind of garbage, actually. The high gain tones were really bad. But then this one came out, I don't know, 6 months ago. It's fucking best plugin I have in my arsenal right now. I'm really excited for it to come to the actual hardware so that I can start using it live. But that's besides the point. Let's record 5s. Maybe. That was not tight at all, but it might be the vibe. Play it, not bad. I'm gonna count the 5s out loud so I can do it. I'm watching this like a caveman who's discovered fire. Oh, that's funny, Fen. Yeah, dude, there's a lot to learn with all this stuff. Like I got into this when I was like 14 or 15, and then I went to college for this. So I got my university degree in audio engineering. So I have a really hard time not speaking endless gibberish. So if you ever need me to define something, please ask. Okay, try again. We're gonna count out loud because that sucked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fuck, okay, I'm gonna count in my head because it's hard to do both. I really want to restart the pattern, but I can't do that because then the exercise isn't the exercise anymore. Okay, again. Hit it with a fucking Gojira slide. It's kind of cool. Sure. Hi, Vlad. Welcome back. Dude, hell yeah. Thank you for listening to me on your drive. Drive safely. Don't watch me while you drive. Definitely just listen to me while you drive. Hell yeah, Fen. That's all I aim to do, is to provide something that you like to watch, even though you may have no idea what's going on. I'm quantizing everything. That's the answer, is I'm cheating as fuck. I'm not playing tight guitar. It's tight enough. Like it was fine. Like that's fine, but some of it was fine. Some of it's not fine. But either way, cheating in the name of speed. And more than that, I'm not gonna bust my ass over trying to like really get perfect guitar takes timing wise, because at the end of the day I want them to be literally perfect, which I have a button that does, so I'm just gonna use the button. Okay, here we go. Fuck, count in your head. All right. Again. That'll fucking work. That's good enough. Good enough for the government to work. Cool. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Hell yeah. Thank you, Dan, for the idea. I'm not sure if I implemented it nearly at all, like what you were thinking. It's going to get another layer of melody there as well. But, hey, wrong. That one. Yes, in groups of 5, and they're all held out. And it does it, I think, 6 times? Seven times. What is that? That's a... D sharp? Is that really what that is? Fuck, I recorded all of that and I need to tune my guitar. Let me make sure it doesn't sound bad with the bass. Oh, hang on. Good enough. It's fine. It's fine. I will be tuning my guitar now, though, so I don't forget. Quantize is an important one, man. I don't use it very often, like when I'm just demoing stuff. But for something like this, where everybody has to be able to like really lock in with it and it has to be like as tight can be, quantize it all day. It also takes the stress of getting good takes off. Okay, sorry, we're not playing periphery riffs. Oh, it's F. Duh. This goes up, not down a half step from E. Yeah. Could have figured that one out on my own. Only 2. We need a slide trigger right there, because I'm going, wow. Like a fucking Gojira. I said Gojira one time and Baron was like, write a Gojira riff. Okay, where is slide trigger? B -2. That should be this B. Nope. Wait, right? Yeah, it's B -2. And we want that on this note. It's going to slide. What is that? Probably like 3/16 notes, maybe? And then I'm sliding from A. Slower than that. Try to Why is it cutting off the... Try moving the slide trigger after the transient. Still later. Still later. Split the difference. That's fucking good enough. That works. And then we do it, what, 4 more chugs? I had a really good sandwich today, guys. It was delicious. I had a salami sandwich on homemade sourdough with mayonnaise and spicy mustard, as well as iceberg lettuce, pickles, and a very, very small amount of spicy peppers. They were serrano peppers. It was really good. I had a good time with it. Not to be totally ADHD and tell you about my sandwich, but I just burped and I just thought about that sandwich. Sometimes you get burps like that. It just is what it is. All right. Oh, heck. I need 4 of these. I didn't hold Alt when I moved it, so it just moved it instead of copying it. Your movies. That's a C. CCA. We're doing 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 3, 1 for that chord progression. Classic rock. Peanut butter tortilla wrap. Literally, that is how I survived for so many years, Fen. Dude, yeah. No, the ADHD is real. And like that was an advanced sandwich, but every once in a while I just need an advanced sandwich, you know? It's not all the time. Sometimes I cannot do an advanced sandwich. Like sometimes it is just a fucking no-go. But today was advanced sandwich day. What the hell did I... Oh, right. Oh, this needs a disgusting amount of compression on it. Sorry, that was probably really loud. No body. Additional layer of lo-fi. Less crunch. And we need to now take this out. Oh, and 2 point something K. I'm going to turn the mix down a little more. Just slam it a little harder. What is this? I want to do this like 5 Wicca. We're going to call it that. Because that is really what it is. It's going Wicca, 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 Wicca. I put that at the bottom of that. Oh, and I do have a reverse lead that's the wrong color. Oh my god, we can't have that. Gotta keep organized. I'm doing all of the different songs in the same project file, by the way, guys. It keeps things consistent. I'm really curious to see how it's gonna hang, how Studio One is gonna hang once I get to like 12 of these. Might have to make a new project file. Dan, I was about to say, sometimes it's really good to do like a 72 or 48 hour fast intentionally, but I understand. Yeah, I totally get just playing drums. That said, though, your body probably got a non-zero amount of ketosis, which is good. It's good for you in moderation. But yeah, it's good for you. My old boss at Fender got a cancer diagnosis before I joined the team. He was able to cure it, but one of the things that his doctor recommended is that once a month, he does a 72-hour fast to get his body into ketosis, and it will help with further cancer prevention. So, ayo. Drums goated, though. Also, Dan, I'm so excited to see you play the integrations that you sent the writing for, because some of those parts that you wrote in there are so sweet. Like, I think both Jay and I commented on the fill at 1 minute. That fill is nuts, dude. I'm gonna learn the fill you wrote there because it's so sweet. Okay. Fen, compression is one I keep hearing about, but I don't quite understand. So, compression is, in its most simplest term, a dynamic volume adjustment. So essentially, one way that I've heard it described is, like, imagine you're playing music really loud and your mom tells you to turn it down. That is essentially what a compressor is, and the attack is like how fast your mom tells you to turn it down, how fast after that you turn it down. Like the threshold of which that starts happening is like your mom has like an internal threshold for like, okay, it's too loud now, I'm going to go tell him to turn it down. And then the release is kind of like how fast you turn it back up after she's gone. That's like kind of a, like, I guess an allegory is what that would maybe be of like how compression works. But essentially, I can demonstrate actually how to hear compression really quick just by cranking the shit out of this one. Let me just see what it's at. -5 dB. Okay, so this is a compressor that is essentially ducking the whole mix when the snare hits. So if I turn this way up, hear what I mean? Yeah, I need allegories, dude. But yeah, so with the compressor, like you can hear, if I go from 0 and just slowly turn it up, let me turn the ratio up too so it's even more obvious. So when the snare hits, start hearing it duck. And you can just get really extreme with it, where the whole mix now is acting on the compressor because it's not just the snare getting over the threshold. But yeah, let me put this back to what it was. I think it's what it was. Actually, you know what? I can just hit undo a few times here. It was exactly on 4. Okay, that's nice. And there we go. I just saw you get back to me here, Dan. Fill is probably the closest thing I have to a signature fill. It's not the closest thing you have to a signature fill. It is your signature fill. Like, whether or not you agree with that, I heard that and I immediately went, that I've never heard anybody else play that. That's a Dan fill. It's a Dan fill. I mean, yeah, give yourself some credit, dude, for sure. Started as a ripoff from a Haken song and just became second nature and grew it from there. Yeah, dude, that's how all of this is. I mean, I'm ripping off Tesseract all day with these. And like, I don't know, I think some of them sound more or less like myself than other things, but that's how it all happens. Like, I think I was watching a video of like Zach Wilde or something, and he was basically, it was Zach Wilde on the Garza podcast, and he was saying like, I can't remember what Ozzy Osbourne song he was talking about, but it was literally just another song that he just changed a little bit about the rhythm, but the chords were exactly the same. But the thing that he said that was kind of most profound and impactful for me with that was, it's all tools, dude. It's like you're building your library of licks, and then when you play them, it's never going to sound the same because you're going to play them yourself. So yeah, I don't know. It is. That's your signature fill. One of the many, I'm sure. I'm also excited for you to get a video together. Dude, by the end of the week, you're crazy. There's not a chance I get that fucking exercise down by the end of this week. Like, I appreciate everybody giving me encouragement. It definitely makes me feel a lot better about it. But, dude, I tried again today, and I'm a long ways off from being able to play it well. Like, I could definitely fake my way through it, right? Where I'm not playing the kick pattern exactly correct, and I'm not playing the ghost notes. But, like, I have a high bar for myself. Like, I really want to be able to play the left foot, play the ghost notes, and play the kick pattern while keeping it tight. And that's gonna take me a few weeks for sure. But luckily, I have drums in my house again. I'm sorry, this is very exciting for me. I have lived without drums in my house for the last 5 years, and then only a few months ago I started having drums in my house again, and it is the best thing ever. I'm so happy to be able to not have to drive fucking an hour to play my drums. I digress. Okay, let's listen to what we have. We need to write a couple bar intro here. Yeah, we need a lead here. Micro shift? I don't actually have the micro shift plugin that I would want to use on this, but it's maybe too much. Let me try. I've been abusing phasers all over this whole mix. Maybe it's sick. I want like more transient coming through. When in doubt, literally add more here. Let's try this. Before the EQ. You know what? Why not? While we're at it, go to Xtrem, Square, Sync. Yes, I want it synced at 16th notes, 32nd notes. It's kind of sick. Give it a little movement. Just throw it in the back. Maybe even more in the back. Give it a little bit to the left. Okay, I gotta catch up on the chat here. Oh, I don't actually have to catch up on the chat. Okay, nice, okay. Dan, phasers plus headphones is trippy as. Yes, mate. Absolutely. That's kind of another thing. That's the goal that I haven't told Jay about with all of these, is it's like, if somebody's like baked as hell, I want them to be able to go, this is fucking awesome, and just zone out and like just trip out to fucking playing these songs over and over and over again until they get it tight. That's kind of like my low-key goal. Oh, dude, Fen, of course. If you have any questions, seriously, feel free to ask. I have a degree in this. I'm happy to explain it to the best of my ability. But yeah, okay. And it's one of my great loves is explaining things, especially when it in related words, brain, too fast for mouth. Especially in relation to audio stuff. Like this is my stuff. I love this. I'm a giant nerd though. Okay, let's try to write a lead. And then eventually we'll get another thing happening over here, but phasers. That one is hard to explain, but basically what it does is it runs a duplicate signal and then pushes it in time a little bit different compared to the signal. That's one that I'm not so good at explaining, just because like I know phase as a concept and how to use it rather or avoid it when recording a drum set or what have you as kind of a negative thing, but phasers as a effect, I have no idea how they work. My old roommate was a pedal designer. He designed guitar pedals. He would have a better way to describe it, but yeah, basically a phaser causes a time delay. It duplicates the signal and causes a time delay from one to the other, and then those two things not lining up within the waves, essentially, like if the waves are like overlapping, it makes it sound super wonky. That's all I got. That's the best I've got for phasers. But yeah, that's a very quick and dirty explanation. I could do a demonstration of that a little, but honestly, I don't have a great subject matter to pull in here that isn't copyrighted, and I'm not trying to get YouTube to boot me off the platform on my first ever live stream. I feel like that'd be a bad thing to do. But okay, we need to write a lead. Let's write a lead here. I think I want there to be no lead on the first half here. Just kind of let this like vibe sink in for a sec. Should it be a tappy lead? There we go. Five note groupings. I'm so sorry you guys have to listen to all these wrong notes. It's just how I write. I don't know the guitar very well. I know it enough to get around. That's about it. Let's see if I can turn off the... Actually, I'll just write it on the rhythm channel, and then we'll put the cool effects on. Fuck. Oh, I need to make this to the right again. Oh my god. Okay. Let's get the time here to 5 beats. I feel like I write the Superman theme song too many times, or brain not working, too much, too often. There we go, too often. Guys, I'm putting the delay and reverb back on. It is more fun to write the part. I'm so sorry for all the wrong notes that I hit that go through so much delay. Okay. It doesn't have to be fast like that. It's slow. Honestly, yeah, that's kind of a vibe. Yeah. Good. Change your finger there. Do the bends in tune as well. That's the hard part. Dude, Fen, okay, this is how I wrote when I was learning. I hear the music in my head, no idea how to replicate it. Doc, that's the way I've done it for 15 years. That's exactly how I do it. Okay, and then Dan, slower sounds great. Let it breathe a bit with the other complexity going on, and it'll help glue everything together. Or, I'm sorry, there's a thing on my screen. Yeah, help glue everything together. Yeah, I think that's the way. Play on time here. Turn up the volume on my guitar. So yeah, I'm getting rid of the 8th note click. It's kind of hard to keep track of where I am with that on. 5-bar cycle. Oh man, this might need to be longer. Because doing the lead like spaced out like that almost makes me want to double the length of that. Let me try the lead over the next part. I did envision doing another lead, like a separate one for that section, but let's try it without the pre-roll. 4, not 5. I'm gonna second lick. It's cool. That works. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright, so that. Need the pre-roll here. Actually, you know what? I don't need the pre-roll here. It's fine. I'm getting it anyway. Yeah, and then kind of, that feels good actually. I'm not sure if I like the second half. That kind of just came out at the wrong time a little bit, but let's hear the whole thing as a whole and see if I like the voice leading of it. Yeah. I don't like the voice leading of that last part. I need to punch something else in there. Maybe? Weird over the A. That kind of makes sense, actually. Yeah, it kind of gives this section its time to, like, be a thing, and then I'll do some sort of swell or something to get into the fast fives. Sure. That is definitely not a melody that I would ever have written if I wasn't writing specifically for J Postones. I'm happy with that. That's kind of cool. I do want to tighten up the stuff that can be tightened up, though. Like, that is just super fucking early. Half tempted to do bass chords on this section. Be kind of sick. Fuck it, yeah, let's do bass fifth chords. Let's do the whole thing at a time, I guess. See if it sounds like potentially too mangled and gnarly. Brother, it is not playing both notes at the same time. Son of a cunt. Why you not being polyphonic? Why you no do? It's fine, okay. We'll just rock without it. Prog. I'd be hanging out on that chord too long. It technically does change, but the root note doesn't. And the lead is like one note different, so it's maybe not different enough to feel the change. It's a very minor change, like I would have to reharmonize it for it to really make sense as a change there. Hell yeah, Dan. I agree. I think it is a very cool chord progression. I sat out in the sun and then I came back in and I wrote that and I was like, damn, it was given to me by the sun. Okay, but either way, what was I saying? Periphery? I think it's contortionist-y. It is maybe periphery-y as well, though. I kind of have a problem where I tried to sound like periphery for so long that it just everything I write kind of sounds like periphery a little bit. Not necessarily, Fenso. The question is, so if I were to apply what I have learned, are you applying a compressor so when the bell hits you can hear it more clearly? Not necessarily, though that is it's a very slight but real thing that does happen with compression. It kind of reduces the dynamic range of whatever you're working on, right? So the compressor on the master bus primarily really is just, there's two of them, right? So I have this first one, which is a compressor that's doing quite literally almost nothing. Yeah, like really seriously, almost nothing. It says it's doing literally nothing. It's doing more than that. These old Waves plugins, I already went over this, are not good. They're not accurate in their meters. But this one, honestly, mostly just for ducking the snare. Like that is 99% of the function of this compressor is just to duck the snare out of the way. And that's just a stylistic thing. Speaking of periphery, I stole that from Nolly. I just really like periphery mixes, so I kind of have watched every Nolly video and bought the courses and blah, 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 blah. But he does this all the time where he'll... So if I turn this off, the snare is just really poppy. It's just like the loudest thing in the mix. Then you tame it, and it tames the whole mix when the snare hits, and it gives the whole mix a ton of energy. The other thing, virtual tape machines, it's not on. It has a lot of latency, so I can't like play with it on, but it sounds sick. It also kind of smears the transient on the snare. It's really cool. This makes everything sound big and warm. So I'm a big fan of that. And then this is another one. I guess I can show off at least I'll play the full mastering chain for you guys, except for the final limiter. It should be about the same level. If it jumps up a lot in level when I turn this plugin on, I'm so sorry. It sounds so bad with the low latency limiter I'm using for the stream, but it's okay. You guys will hear the final mix of all of this whenever it's done. But okay, let's maybe come up with a little 2-bar intro, and then I think I'm gonna sign off. My back hurts. Been sitting like a shrimp for far too long. Okay, a good starting strategy is just play the clean guitar part for 2 bars. Okay, let's see. Yeah, Dan, that is definitely... So the hi-hat pretty much going away when the snare hits is very, very real. But yeah, that's like something that I could definitely mix around, but also like it just sounds sick. And if we lose a hi-hat here and there, that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. But let me know, like, say in the comments if that's like really like distracting. Because if that's distracting, then I can revise that and kind of, you know, get that out of there. But I do like how it sounds personally. That's just me though. And I'm not writing these for myself as much as it kind of feels like it. Honestly, just that is kind of sick as an intro. Fits the vibe of the rest of them. Let me see. I've been really tempted to add synths to this project file, but it's already getting so big that I'm not going to do that. But what I will do is pick a note that I like from here and just audio manipulate it. That's our note right there. Let's use that one. We can reverse that. Yep, that's tight. Okay, let me, not the whole thing. Jeez. This much. Bam. Print that. Little swell. Maybe drop it out a little more sharply on the downbeat. Yeah, I think that's cool. Okay, and then we put that down here in our little section. Oh, why do I have 2 click tracks? Get out of here, second click track. Okay, and then let's see. I've got a reverse lead. That's what this is. Let's see if it sounds any good on there. That's sick. Works for me. Okay, I'll stay on for like another 10-20 minutes because that was a very minimal effort intro. It took like, I don't know, a minute, maybe 2. I'm adding an explosion. Guys, I'm a sucker for a good explosion. Listen to this one. Not necessarily an explosion, I guess. More of a, like, cinematic strike. And you know what? It's not that good, and I could make a better one. But the low end is right on that one, so I'm just leaving it. Fen, nobody ever said you were completely brain dead, besides yourself just now. Quit being mean to my friend. Okay, here we go. That works for me. Lead is for sure too loud. Honestly, I'm gonna turn it down for a while here. Probably like 3 dB. That's better. Can you guys tell I like Altered State a lot? Let me see. Have I done anything else like this? I have not. I'm really trying to avoid making a bunch of new tracks. I think I'm at 17 tracks so far, including the click that isn't really a track. And this is what, 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 if we include the drums, or however many that breaks out to, but that's not necessarily what I mean. Let's see. I'm excited for you to integrate this, Fen. It's gonna be sick. It's amazing how just like a little tiny intro can really give context to the whole thing. I feel you, Dan. Yep. This part will be easy. Dude, whenever we have to fucking match the right hand, it's just like cake compared to putting it all in like a spread out groove. Like, that's what I get for learning a bunch of Dream Theater songs. Maybe, possibly, perhaps bring the clean guitar in halfway through here. Oh, that's not halfway. Halfway is... Are you guys getting sick of this lead guitar part? By the halfway point of this section? I don't know if I am or not. I think it's really cool. I think it does a really good job filling out the chords, like, harmonically. I'm not sure. Okay. Alright, I've got 4 minutes. I'm gonna get off at what is 4:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is the time that I'm on. So I'm gonna hang out for 4 minutes, and then I'm gonna hop off and I don't know, make some food, start dinner, try to figure out if my friend's coming over today or not. But yeah, cool. We got some good work done on this. The whole first half of this is sounding really sweet. Yeah, this part turned out sick. This is really cool. I think I am going to turn the lead up again for this section. Been sick hanging out and massively enjoyed watching you work. Thank you. It's been great, like, not having to sit here by myself and do this. I will say, overall, productivity has gone slower, but I've had a better time doing it. So I'm going to try to stream these, maybe not every day, but like at least once or twice a week, probably. Just so that I can kind of have a good balance of like writing to myself and then writing with all y'all. But yeah, hey, let me finish reading here. The virtual equivalent of hanging out on a mate's sofa while they cook on the guitar. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, my sofa is right over there. We can just imagine you're there. Yeah, hell yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to save the project. I am going to hop off, guys. And unlike Jay, I don't have a Stream Deck with a great, like, overlay screen. So, virtual tunnel. Ooh. All right, I'm going to stop streaming. It was great hanging out. Good to see you, Dan, Fen. Vlad showed up. Somebody that I went to middle school with was the first person here before anybody, which was crazy. But yeah, got a few viewers. That was cool. Thank you guys for coming to hang out. You're not just viewers to me. You are my peers. You are drummers that I look up to in many, many ways. And either way,